Man, people are gonna hate this video because it's just gonna be us being bad and dying.
What do you call the other 400 streams we've done?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I just buy.
Your own ass.
What? Why was my ass for sale?
Because it's so cheap.
Okay, so next is the Torgue DLC. Alright, so that boss is easy to find. You remember Pyro Pete?
Kinda.
Well, guess what? The raid boss is Pyro Pete.
He's back and better than ever. Probably not fire for him then.
Oh, don't worry. In this version, he's all elements.
Oh, good.
I'm just running towards the bar. Wow, my game is freaking the fuck out, by the way.
Sorry, I'm firing an extreme amount of Norfleet back
Oh,
here.
is that you? You're dead.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, this isn't the way to Beats Bar. Oops. That's the exit Beats Bar. Cops are coming for me.
You don't know where the fuck Pete's bar is.
We should do the bar brawl once.
Okay.
For funsies.
I like the bar brawl.
This way? No, it's that way, yeah. I don't remember having to run all the way around to get to Pete's Bar, but fuck it. We're
I
here.
don't either. But both of our memories are really shitty, so who knows?
Yeah. We're just padding out this stream.
That's fine. I mean, that's every stream. This Norfleet build is pretty fucking good, by the way. Though I am constantly taking damage from my own rockets.
Yep.
And screaming.
Whoa, I went down.
I'm
that's
right behind you.
unfortunate. You're a ways away, actually.
Just around the corner, pal. I'm never too far from
Thank
the
you
bone
for
hole.
stabilizing me.
No problem, Bob.
Hold it right there.
Good news, the elements of the Norfleets do so much damage that just taking out the Moxie gun heals me instantly.
Hey, we just looped around in a circle.
Yeah, we did.
Pete's Bar is back this way. I think...
Huh. Chat wants to know how much of Borderlands 2 we have left. This is the last one.
This is the last Borderlands 2 stream.
Fortunately, there are more Borderlands games.
Yeah, here's the bar.
What?
No, that's not the
I'm
bar.
fine.
Bar's this way. Man, we're dumb as shit.
True. Damn it, I don't want that gun. Where'd this guy go? Hello.
Yeah, okay, I see the problem. Like, we ran past the bar, like, right at the start of the arena.
Ah. Get us in there!
I'm almost there. I see it with my eye holes.
Just the holes.
Just the holes. The eyes themselves, not so good. Man, we're so dumb.
Yeah.
They're so dumb.
I've been on that knowing train for a while.
Man. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, Panzer was so dumb.
Yeah.
Alright, let me buy some ammo. What the fuck is wrong with my screen? There we go. I somehow opened both the shop and my backpack at the same time. It did not look good. Let me check my weapons. Let's go with a facer, and let's use a butcher actually.
Get that butcher boy out.
A rocket launcher of some sort. Bada boom, where are you? There you go.
Oh, you
Alright.
bada boom.
You ready?
You gotta start it from the quest.
Oh yeah, we do.
Oh, seriously? Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, we're here.
I thought it was saying I had to be at the quest board with you to pick it up, because I'm stupid. Let's kind of stick together.
Yeah.
This kicks ass. Is that guy's name Tongue Architect?
Torgue.
Oh. We're in the.
This is the Torgue DLC.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. I guess. Oh, I should get Death Trap out. I'm out.
Yeah, he'll last literally the whole fight.
Yeah, probably. The other thing is that I have the capstone on the left tree, which gives Death Trap a copy of my shield, which is important to this build.
Alright, let's go check out Pyro Pete. I think he should just be the raid version if we just go down. I'm honestly not entirely sure.
Let's find out. I mean, we're not on the quest, so...
Whoa, what the... Oh, that's you.
I'm refilling my ammo through the power of shooting myself in the face. So, I want to explain that really quick because it's baffling to me. So, I'm wearing a shield called the Sham. It's an absorption shield. It absorbs bullets that are shot at you and puts them into your inventory. The gun I'm holding is a Logan's gun, which is a normal pistol, but the bullets are explosive. So when I hit myself with the explosive, it counts as a rocket and gives me rocket ammo. I don't know why, but I'll take free rockets.
Okay, Pete is not here.
Thought you checked on this boy.
I didn't. I pressed... we got him.
Oh, uh-oh. The Ultra Invincible? Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. Alright, he's got a thick shield again.
I am reloading this rocket launcher way too early.
Okay, there we go. Shield Norfleet's doing the trick. I barely have any energy yet. I've only got 140 stacks. So this should get better. I hope he doesn't have a thing we're supposed to be doing too. I think we just shoot him, right?
Yeah, it looks like you just shoot him. It's been a while since I fought these bosses.
Bug jams, death trap. Get him, death trap.
Ah, fuck. We're both down.
Yeah, I hit the button to pull out my gun as I went down, which sucks.
Oh,
He
well.
doesn't have anything for us to get up with, does he?
Nope.
I think we can kill him. Like, not this time, obviously, but...
I don't want to spend too much time on each raid boss. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Because we still want to give time to the Destruct Peak and the final raid that we need to show off that I did not remind you about, but we need to do it.
I don't remember anything.
I mean, there was a raid we unlocked during our playthrough that we said we would come back to.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I guess we can do it if you want.
Oh, we gotta. Alright, let's head on out of here. This is the only raid boss of this DLC. So the next one, Hammerlock, has 2 raid bosses. We're only going to do 1. Because it takes fucking forever to get to this one that we're going to go do. And the other one, it's like Vermivorous, the Invincible, where it's like... You don't necessarily need to farm this boss to get him to come out, but you need to go around to like 4 different things, activate them, and then fight a bunch of waves of enemies, and then the boss spawns. I'd rather just fight the one raid boss and then move on.
Okay. That seems fine.
I'm gonna die. Oh, we're good.
Sorry, I'm coming. I was switching to fire so I could kill things.
Alright, we want to go to Candlerack's Crag. We gotta go to where the giant skeleton was jerking off.
Yeah. That's where he jacks it. Yeah, chat, I've never done Digistruct Peak, so please refrain from spoil. Look at him jacking it.
Ah! My big rock hard dick! Alright, so Pants, we got a fucking ways to run. We pretty much have to go to the end of this area, so if you want to just Norfleet your way through, by all means.
I got it out, I'm ready. I got that fiery Norfleet. I think fire is what we want here, because it's mainly fleshy people, right?
Yeah, more or less.
God, this rocket launcher is so sick.
Alright, let's keep this going.
Oh no, Miles, so we're not closing out with this. We're gonna do Destruct Peak, and then we have a final closer.
Oh. Oh no, I forgot.
What did you think I was talking about a minute ago?
I don't know. Going to the racist Hammerlock DLC again.
No.
Which, I mean, here we are. Yeah, just keep pulling them in a pile. That's the good shit. I keep getting stuck on the terrain because it's just the perfect angle for me to not be able to walk up it.
I just hear you screaming in the background.
That's gonna be the constant soundtrack.
Is this the
for
right
you.
way? Hold on. Sorry, we got turned around a bit.
It's alright.
We're gonna go back this
I
way.
don't know where the fuck we are.
Come back this way. Right, this place is a mess.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff following us.
That's fine.
I'll just Norfleet the shit out of it. Yeah, so the reason I keep screaming is because the Norfleet's damage radius for, like, elemental shit is a mile. It's fucking forever. It's as far as you can see, pretty much. So I'm constantly hitting myself with elemental damage.
You won't
A key part of this build is making it so I don't take a lot of elemental damage, but she does just still yell.
Silence. Anarchy, baby.
I can't do nothing about the yelling.
That's fine. It's really not as distracting as you thought it was going to be, TBH.
It's really bad on my end.
Yeah, it's not
but-
so bad here.
Okay, good.
Because I just hear you screaming in the distance.
Being inside the screaming central is bad.
Hey, I play as Krieg. I get it.
Yeah.
We're almost there. Don't worry.
It's alright. I'm gaining anarchy stacks for the fight, because this build really needs the anarchy for the damage.
Yeah, I feel... So, little known fact about this game is that all the voice acting is done live as you play the game. So I feel really bad for for Gage's Anarchy voice actor. Anarchy voice actor. What am I even saying?
Are you
This-
okay?
yeah.
Did you just have a stroke?
This way to the left. Alright, so this boss sucks, unsurprisingly.
Hi, I'm on fire.
Yeah, you're fine. You ready?
Yep. It's,
The Rage Cage.
the Rage Cage, of course. Coming out, my sweet boy. Oh, that guy has a big shield. I'm gonna focus down Bug first.
I should have put on a fucking shield weapon, god damn it. I forgot
I'm
about
gonna
this
swap
guy.
one after I kill Bug.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Unless this guy revives Bug somehow. Which I wouldn't put it past this game.
I'm
Yeah,
just keeping this fucking... Oh, I see. Okay,
Gave
well,
him
let me
shields.
switch to that shield, Norfleet, real fast. Woo!
there's a lot
Pushback.
going on.
There's a bunch of little dudes running around, so you keep an eye
Oh
out.
Jesus, I'm gonna die. No, we're good. No, I'm going down. No, we're good. I'm down.
I can't get to you because there's a bug humping your face.
You're gonna have to try.
There's like little guys behind me shooting me if you want to hit one of them.
If they're behind you, I can't. But thank you for the assist. I appreciate it.
I got it.
Oh my god, this bug loves me.
The bug loves you. Oh, fuck, I'm out of grenades. I'm coming.
You don't have much time.
I can't go any faster than this. Ah, he pushed me back. I initiated the fucking thing and he pushed me back. I'm sorry. Nope. There I go. Oh wow, point blanking with the Norfield is fucking amazing though.
Will it let me
Holy
back
shit.
into the room? No. Didn't think so.
It's alright. That's just how it be sometimes. On this bitch of a Pandora.
Alright, now
Yeah,
this
that's...
time I will
ahead.
suggest saving and quitting, because you're just about to lose all your anarchy anyway.
Yep. And I don't want to walk through this area again.
Nope.
Yeah, chat, this is another reason why 4 players is easier than... Whoop. 4 players is easier than 2, because you can revive each other.
Alright, you ready to save and quit?
Yep. Connection lost to the bone hole. Connection reconnected to the bone hole.
Alright. And then the last raid boss we're gonna fight is in the Tiny Torgue DLC, which is in... Oh boy, sorry, it's gonna take me a minute to find it on this list.
It's cool, everybody. I'm here.
Lair of Infinite Agony.
That sounds right. Alright, I'm just gonna keep the shield one on this time, because it seems like every boss we fight has huge fucking shields. I'll swap it if I need to. Do need grenades, though. There we go.
I'll also put on a Norfleet.
Yeah! Yeah! Let's do it!
Okay, so we want to go this way.
Double Norfleet. So what kind of boss is this? Is it a fun boss?
I mean, I have only fought them once, so I don't remember what they do, but I like them. Sorry, just opening the door. Come this way.
Fine. Whoa! My game just fucking hated that.
What? Me shooting a Norfleet?
Yeah, the two Norfleets, it just made my game fully stutter with Gage screaming, so it was like, ah!
Yeah, we're going the right way.
Whoa, explosions out of boxes is sick looking.
Come to the statue, place 20 iridium.
Please open, please open, please open.
It's opening. There's nothing behind us, except for this one enemy that's behind us.
Enough.
Don't worry, I stopped him.
Pretty cool. Silence.
The Winged Storm.
Oh, that doesn't sound bad at all. That sounds delightful. Nice, even. Oh, this arena looks like something I could get knocked off of and be very angry about.
Loot explosion on
It kicks ass. All right, let's go.
bullshit.
On the urns. yeah.
That's just satisfying to do. So the boss is like to the right. I want to explore a little bit because I don't remember what's around here.
Yeah, this is a weird area. What is this? Oh, these are all treasure chests.
This is the loot room at the end. You can't open them yet.
Let's go kill the boss. It's weird going through an area with no enemies in it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's go fight the boss.
Ez?
Ez.
Hmm. Press and Bhutan. Oh, there's shrines here. That looks like a damaged shrine. I'm making a break for it. Defense shrine. What'd you find? Damage?
Ammo shrine. I'm just using it.
I guess I'll take defense.
I think we need to ground all of them, maybe? I don't remember. I've only fought them once and didn't go good.
Oh yeah, this is bad. How do we ground them? I can't shoot things in the air.
Chat says Tina seems like a bad DM.
A little bit. Okay, the incinerator is down a little bit. The green one's grounded over here.
Yep. He's taking damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're hurt.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Ah, fuck.
Take ya.
I couldn't hit anything
Be called. Well,
because they were in the air.
Oh shit, sorry. Throwing a grenade interrupts. And I went down in the middle of that.
Oh my god. Thank you, thank you. Bad. This is bad. This is a lot of bosses to handle at the same time.
You think so?
A little bit.
Just 4 level 75 bosses?
Just at the same time, like if they brought them out even 2 at a time, it would be way more manageable. The one that keeps sucking me in, I hate.
Yeah, it's not a fun time.
I switched to fire instead of shield. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Come on, let me just hit anything.
Thank you.
I'm gonna die.
Not before reviving
Oh,
me,
fuck.
thank you. Damn it, there we go.
Shoot my feet, shoot my own feet. Love to shoot my own feet. I'm out of fucking grenades.
Oh, this is a lot.
This is a lot. We're making a chunk into their health at the top, though, at least, which is nice. I wish they weren't in the air, I think is my main problem.
That's too much to ask.
Oh, this Helianth is dying. Oh, come on. The gun switch animation took too long to get to my... whatever the hell this thing is. Boozy Q. Thank you. Come on, I just want to kill one of them, and I'll feel accomplished.
Alright, let's focus on that boy.
I'm trying. Come on, come on, come on.
That's one.
There we go. Bone hole!
You're kind of in the middle of a lot of fire right now.
Yeah, I can't see what the fuck's going on.
I'm going to die, actually. Yep, that's it.
Well, you know what? We killed one of them.
We killed one.
We got him almost to halfway down. I think that's pretty good.
That's a start.
All right.
Well,
It's all good. Let's...
that was better than I thought it would go. Honestly, when I saw there was 4, I thought we were just gonna die immediately.
Cinder. I'm petting my kitty.
Ooh.
All right,
Kitty.
let's... hold on a sec. Nice blues. All right, let's restock on up on ammo. And then, woo! Elite explosion.
You just want to punch pots all day.
I do. It's so good. I don't even care about what comes out of it. It just looks good to do.
That's why I like the loot explosions. It just feels good to look at them, you know.
Let's leave this area. Let's save and quit so we're back at the start with the fast travel.
Do it.
And
I got
then-
no anarchy.
I would like to take a 5-minute break to use the washroom.
Sure, I'll get some stacks if we could go to Sanctuary.
Okay. Wild.
Why was Tina laughing?
I don't know.
What was that?
Alright, so a bunch of stuff just re-broke. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave it here on the title screen and I will be right back.
Sure. I'm gonna mute my mic and just drink a shitload of water. Sorry, guys.